This is Wall Dog. Wall Dog coming at you from the apartment. Oh man. Oh man, I am pretty I guess I can use some foul language. Should be okay, right? I'm pretty messed up right now. But it's fine. uh, 'Cause I get all optimistic because I'm like, ooh, I got all my supernatural, and then I just like let it go, and then I'm like, forget everything, and then I'm just like, holy crap! I feel like I just got hit by a truck. I've been hit by a car before. I've been hit by a car, and it's not good. So I was thinking, I was like, saying, oh, I'm going solo, flying solo. That's the real way I should say things. I'm flying solo. Give it some time. Last video I was talking about flying solo. I'm flying solo right now, and holy cow, am I sick? uh, I'm like really, 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 really. I'm like so sick right now. I'm like dizzy. I'm like, who am I? You ever wake up? You're like, who am I? But that's how I am right now. I'm like, what did I just? You ever walk into a room and there's like, you have no idea the situation. That's exactly how I feel. I just like feel like I just walked into a room and I'm like, I don't even know. I'm just gonna turn around. That's where I'm at right now. I know um, if I think about I don't know, but okay, like today I gotta make some phone calls and figure out what's going on with some stuff regarding my bankruptcy, which I thought was completed, but it's like still going on. I don't know. Yeah, and now I'm just remembering it's Saturday. I think I don't even know what today is. I have no idea what today is. I think today's Saturday. So never mind. I gotta check. I gotta check the weather. I can feel, judging by how effective my blankets are keeping me warm right now. I can see that it's not freezing, but it's cold. It's cold, but it's not too cold. Oh, my head hurts so bad. Oh. And by hurt, I mean that it doesn't hurt really at all. It's just, it feels like my brain is doing gymnastics. Ah. Yeah. So I guess a couple things I could do is I'll go get some coffee and go to the gym. And today's Saturday, so the library is only open a little bit. So I guess I'm kind of not able to do that. It makes me just want to stay home. Oh, I think I could clean up a little bit. My living room. I'm always complaining about my living room. My living room is like fine, but I could always clean it up a little bit more. You ever ask yourself, like, what do I feel like doing? I can see myself like gently asking myself, hey man, what do you feel like doing? And like depending on if I'm using supernatural abilities or not, it's like my brain's just like, nah. Well, I'm flying solo, so I mean, like, like, hey guy, do you feel like eating some food? My brain's like, I don't really need to eat. And I'm like, what kind of answer is that? I'm like, well, that's one of the problems with having supernatural abilities, because then you're like, you don't get a good, honest answer. I mean, I guess it is an honest answer, but it's like not a good answer. It's like you ever ask a person, like, hey, what do you want? What do you need? And the person's like, well, it depends. And I'm like, no, no, what, what do you want? What do you need? And I'm like, well, it really depends on a lot of factors, which is true, but I'm just a very it's just very complicated. Like I don't mind. I actually like feeling the way I do it. I'm starting to like it. You know, a couple weeks ago I was always complaining, but but now I'm like, well, I've kind of accepted it. And starting to enjoy being a little bit it's like it, it's not like being on any kind of just like a mild suffering that I know if I don't do things the right way, I'm gonna just get more sick to the point where I'm like too sick, right? And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna do that, so I'm just gonna kind of, you know, that feeling when you're under the weather and you're like, well, I'm under the weather right now, but I can't wait till I feel better. I look forward to that. That's all I'm thinking. Like, well, man, when I feel better, it's gonna really gonna know the difference. I'm gonna have a new perspective. That's what it is. My stomach is starting to hurt too. I gotta be careful. Oh, flying solo. I think I'm gonna put on some music. I might take my computer to a coffee shop and do some programming. Computer programming. What computer language do I enjoy coding in? That's a simple question. So each computer language, for the most part, has like an animal. Like there's like an animal for some reason. I didn't come up with this. But like it has like a mascot. You ever see like football games when they have a mascot? Well, the mascot for the language I like coding in. In each language, what I mean by that is that it's like you could pick a language to accomplish. It's just like a language in real life. It's like, what language do you like to speak? Well, I like to speak English. What computer programming language do you like to write computer code in? I'm like, well, I like English. What mascot? Well, I like the gopher. The gopher. Yeah, I like the gopher. The cute, weird looking gopher thing. It's like a it's like a creepy looking animal. It's like not just a mascot. It's like a creepy, dumb looking, really dumb looking gopher. That's the mascot, and the language I like to write in is English. So I like the dumb, silly looking gopher. That's what I prefer. And like anyone who knows like computer programming would understand, be like, oh, okay. Like that would be enough information to be like, oh, I see. Interesting. Interesting. You chose the one of the most stupid animals. But I'm like, no, it's a good language. And they're like, no, no, I completely understand. But then inevitably, the computer programming person would be like, well, why'd you choose that? Why'd you choose a stupid gopher? I'd be like, well, to accomplish the type of crap that I like to do. The gopher, the stupid gopher that looks like it's been hit by a car. Really, really, I can relate. I, I just enjoy it. Dude, man, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm starting to do the. I gotta be really careful here. Oh. Uh, yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna get the. I'm gonna get my computer and I need to figure out if the bank is open today. I'm not even sure if the bank is open on Saturdays. Because if it is open, I need to deposit a deposit something. Oh man, I think if I had to measure my love sickness right now, I'm like at like a 7, 6 or a 7, judging by how much I'm preventing myself from getting too sick. How much energy I'm having to spend right now, magically, or whatever. It's probably like a 7. So I'm thinking to myself, since one of the good things about flying solo, as I like to use that phrase, is that I'm able to work on some of these solo projects, and you know, part of me wants to ask myself, just curious, why? And I'm like, well, why? That's a that's a good question. It requires a complicated answer, and I'm like, no, I don't want a complicated answer. I just want a simple answer as to why. I say, well, like the simple answer is that I'm a vampire. I'm like, okay, what? Yeah, so what does that have anything to do with gophers and flying solo? And what does that have anything to do with computers? And I'm like, well, the simple answer is that if I need to be able to do certain stuff that I'm probably going to need to be able to do in the future, things that will help me back when I was living under a rock, so to speak. I spent a lot of time flying solo, and I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to survive. I was like, how am I going to survive? I was like, ain't nobody wants to help. Ain't nobody wants to help a creature like me. I felt like freaking Frankenstein. I felt like Frankenstein's monster. I was like, I'm gonna have to do it on my own. I gotta figure out a different way to survive. And I was desperate. Desperate. As desperate as a man could get. Because I'm like, I am so back when I was living under a rock and back when I was flying solo all the time, I was like, man, I am so screwed. Ain't nobody gonna help me. Ain't nobody gonna help me in any flippin' way. Think about ways in which people help other people, and I'm like, nope. And I'm like, okay, well, if I'm gonna do everything on my own, I have to invent, and that is the right word, invent. I'm just gonna have to invent. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty good at inventing, actually. I come from a family of inventors. It's in my blood, it's in my genetics. And I'm a gosh darn vampire. I can use my magical gifts to enhance my thinking, my ability to problem solve. So I'm like, well, I'm alright. I got to invent shit. Oh man, but here's what I want to do, and here's what I don't want to do. I want to just sit around and do my usual thing and decompress, right? I want to drink coffee and decompress and try to fix myself to where I'm so relaxed to the point where I'm just like, well, it's not so bad. I'm not so bad. It's just whatever. I'm not. When I thought about it last night in preparation for today, I thought about, no, that's not the answer. Instead of decompressing, I need to the I need to take it a different direction. I need to embrace my what's going on and how I feel. I'm like, well, if I do that, when I'm decompressing, I'm like solving a riddle, right? I'm basically like my brain is problem solving things and taking things apart, and so that I can, be at peace with certain things. But since I'm flying, so and the reason why I do that, so I'm more of a, I'm more of a different person, a person who can, and this is incorrect and false, but I believe that I can better interact with people and be just a better clear-minded person, but that's not necessarily true. uh, so by embracing and drinking coffee and instead of like problem solving, I'm just like allowing my brain to just like flounder. I think flounder is the right word. If I allow my brain to flounder, then well, for one, I'm not. I ain't got. If I'm working on these projects, if I go and sit down and everywhere I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna sit down and basically waste my time by decompressing. And in this mindset, I'd be wasting time. Instead, I'm gonna flounder, but I'm gonna be my brain is gonna be like, you ever see those it's like I'm a bowl of water overflowing with water. Like you ever see it, or cup, should I say? I'm gonna say a bowl. And instead of being a bowl of water pouring out water so that it can accept more water, I'm gonna be just this bucket of water, full of water, just with more water pouring on top of it. And you can imagine, that bucket just constantly pouring out excess water. That is the approach. And I know from experience and from, just my vampire abilities, I know that that is very, very good for flying solo and being a creative person. It's not always good, but for what I'm doing and what I want to do, it'll work. I can work with that. I can work with being a bucket full of water. It is, in a sense, very it's a good way to fly solo, and it's gonna allow me to get things accomplished. Because one of the cool things about being a vampire is like my brain wants to say, "Whoa, I'm a bucket full of water. I can't. I'm not really thinking ahead. I'm not really thinking too much. Like if I think, it's like the water. It's just like, oh man, like I regret thinking because I'm so thinking. I'm so full of water that if I think, it's like pouring more water. It's like, oh man, this doesn't make any sense. This is like, well, like it doesn't make any logical sense. But I'm like, but I know from experience that the cognitive, the human, the thinking portion of my brain is not going to be, it's like not as effective. But by being a vampire, that's actually good, because I'm allowing the vampire self, the vampire inside of me, to then uh, make the correct choices, allow that to, instead of me thinking that I have the illusion of, I don't want to say control, but like the illusion of thinking I know what I'm doing, you know. It's like being delusional that I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm the guy who's I'm the guy who's I'm the guy who's who's in control of the magical being inside of me. Instead of that, it's just like the magical being inside of me is like, do you see how dumb you are? Like with your bucket being overflowed and your brain not working the way you want it to. I'm better able to see that I'm full of, full, you know, that mindset and that delusion is silly. So, but one of the negative consequences is that I know I'm susceptible to being overwhelmed. and the panic attacks that come with it. But I'm really used to panic attacks. I'm really used to being overwhelmed. So it's like, well, that's okay. It's probably good for me too, as far as developing. But so that is the game plan as far as flying solo and my mentality and the difference between flying solo and how I usually do things. I really want to clean up too. I've got this urge to clean, which I'll do later because I don't want to do it right now. I am like a little crazy. That's perfect. Being a little crazy is perfect for flying solo. You gotta be a little crazy. You gotta be crazy to do it. So, and I'm super grateful that it's not raining. I gotta check the weather, see what it's gonna be like later. But I really don't, because it don't matter. There's definitely there's a mentality. Mentality is to act first and think later. To act and then think. It's different when you're a supernatural creature because there's part of me that spiritual. Yeah, I don't have to explain it, but that's where that's how I'm thinking. It's nice to be overwhelmed and to have my bucket, so to speak, full of water because I'm not really worrying about anything besides the next moment or the current moment, should I say. And that's a powerful thing. Alright, let me get going. I appreciate you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.